Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Story, a presentation by SpryntZ. Your host, Srihari Prahlad, also the co owner of SpryntZ, sitting here today with a very interesting guest. And I'm sure you would love to hear from her. And I would love to hear a lot from her as well. So, we have a different restaurant today, a restaurant that believes in authenticity, a restaurant that does not believe in fusion. So, something that I would like to hear a lot from Miss Ramsha Sherwani, who's with me today. And she's the owner of Aligarh Chef, the restaurant that has multiple branches here. So, welcome, Ramsha, to the show.
Thank you, Srihari. How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks very much for asking, Ramsha. So, let's, like we always start the show, Ramsha, I just want to know, give me some history about Aligarh Chef, like how it started. Do you guys have a background in F&B? What exactly is the story?
It's a funny story and a long story, but I'll cut it short.
Sure.
Aligarh Chef was started here in Dubai by an accident, I would say.
Oh, wow.
We already had a well-established restaurant in Aligarh, which is a city in Uttar Pradesh in India.
Okay.
And my father visited Dubai for the first time. It was not for business, so he came to meet his sister because her husband was hospitalized and was severe.
Oh.
When he came, he met other people also.
Which year was this, Ramsha?
This was 2020
Okay.
during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. So he met other people, other friends and family. They showed them around the city, and he was mesmerized. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's Dubai.
Of course.
Many people talked business to him, and from there he got this idea. He also liked the city very much because it's a land of endless opportunities, the rules
Right.
here, the government, and how safe it is. So when he came back home, he shared this idea with us. And we thought, okay, maybe it's the charm of the city speaking.
Yeah.
But little did we know that he was quite serious about it. And within 3 to 4 months, he
Wow.
planned everything. He moved out, started a new restaurant here in a
Wow.
completely new country from scratch at the age of 55.
Wow.
So it was unbelievable, but then he did it.
Wow.
And that's how Aligarh Chef started.
Wow. So, restaurant business, people say there are two things about this business, right? Anybody, you ask them, what do you want to start? They're always going to say, I want to start a restaurant, right? This is a general charm towards it, right? But then as soon as they start, they suddenly realize, oh my God, there's a lot of work involved in this, right?
Right.
How did you go through this process? You've been running for the last 3 years. So didn't your father and you, how did you go through? I'm sure you've gone through difficult times.
Yes, of course. But the main idea of my father, it was not to start a business. He was very passionate about serving. He was very passionate about the art of cooking. And he inherited it from his mother.
Wow.
So I would say that it runs in the blood.
Why would he choose Aligarh? Is that your hometown?
Aligarh, as I already said, that it's a city. It's known for its famous food.
Uh-huh.
Our cuisine is not only limited to Aligarh, but also the nearby cities like Lucknow, Delhi, and also some areas in Pakistan like Lahore,
Right.
where there was Mughal rule. And our specialization is the authentic Mughal food. So the name specifically Aligarh Chef because, again, my father is from Aligarh, so it's kind of
Okay.
a tribute to the city.
Understood. Well, that's interesting. I think a lot of them name, their father's name, mother's name, and everything else. And it's very interesting your father chose to name it in the city. That also explains his attachment to the city as well.
So the whole idea was to bring that traditional food here to our customers.
Got it. Okay. So if somebody were to walk into Aligarh Chef, you're saying it's Mughal cuisine. I know there are quite a lot of Mughal cuisines here in Dubai. What is so different with your setup, Ramsha?
Yeah. So in the area where many restaurants offer twists and modern fusion, we stick to the roots, delivering the pure, authentic food that feels like home-cooked Mughal food.
Right. So to me, Ramsha, when we say Mughal cuisine, every time I've eaten in Mughal cuisine, I've always felt too full. Two things I have felt, right? Now, this is me being honest. One, too much of masala. I feel that it is too overwhelming for me. I feel full. Halfway in the process, I feel like I'm done. I can't eat anymore, right? Because the flavors are so overwhelming to me. And again, this is my personal experience, right? Would I feel any different if I come to Aligarh Chef?
It will definitely leave you without any guilt because
Okay.
the spices that we use, there's no MSG in our food, and it will purely give you the feeling that your mother has cooked, and
Wow.
it will take you back in the time when you were a kid. Your mother used to make delicious homemade meals.
Okay. Well, that is already giving me uh, good vibes that I must at least come and try it out, which I'll do for sure. So, in terms of the cuisine itself, Ramsha, can you throw some light on some of your best-selling dishes? What are the things that people generally come to Aligarh Chef for?
So the best selling and what's most loved by the people, it's paya, beef tortoise.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Apart from being delicious, it has medical benefits also.
Any other dishes, Ramsha, that you would like to?
Yes. So we have mutton korma,
Okay.
the mutton seekh kebab.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really. I mean, I don't know if I should say it, but it's worth dying for. As
Fantastic.
people say it, I'm not saying it as a restaurant owner, but
Right.
what I have collected the feedback. And we have butter chicken.
Okay.
Yes. In desserts also we have gajar ka halwa, we have firni.
Hmm.
It's a kind of kheer, but more of UP side.
Got it.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's interesting. And what kind of people come to your restaurant? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, are there any experiences you've had with people that are not Indian?
I've had people who are not only from India or North India specifically, but all over the world, because Dubai is a place where many people come of everywhere from around the corner, and I think the dishes are mostly getting popular in the locals, in Emiratis.
What are they saying? I mean, what are they saying about your food?
They're truly loving a kebabs and a butter
Wow.
chicken.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I think butter chicken is something that India takes to the world.
Yeah. So India is also known for butter chicken or chicken tikka masala and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, while you're going through this whole process, and let us say an Emirati crowd comes in and starts eating food, um, are there any experiences you've had with them? Have you conversed with them? Have they left reviews for you?
Yes, they do. They have also asked for the caterings in their weddings.
Oh wow!
And yes, and of course the feedback they leave on Google, that's a different thing. But when someone truly liked your food is when they are asking you to be a part of their function of whatever they're doing in
Right.
future.
Right. So, from a perspective of having run this restaurant along with your parents, along with your father, Aligarh Cafe itself, where do you see this going forward, Ramsha? What is the path forward?
The aim of the restaurant is I want everyone from around the globe to taste what Aligarh food actually tastes like, what
Okay.
Mughal food, the authentic Mughal food tastes like. And the typical experience should not be like you're dining out. It should be like you're eating the home made food, which shouldn't leave you in guilt or heaviness.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Right. And are you looking to expand with multiple branches?
Yes, so we have a plan. Within the next year, 2 branches will be open. One we're planning to open in Barsha and one in Al Nada, Dubai.
Okay. So that'll bring to how? So if that happens, how many in total would you have here?
I wouldn't say there's a specific number because just like McDonald's have so many outlets you cannot count. That's the plan.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
want it in every corner of Dubai.
Got it. Do you plan to take this back to India?
No, actually.
No. Okay. All right. All right. Well, that is great. in in terms of your chefs and people that you employ, right? Uh, are there any special things that you've done there? Have you got them from India, or have you got someone from here and trained them? How does that work?
Yes, so all the chefs, they were already working in the restaurant that we had in Aligarh. But the
Oh,
thing is,
okay.
my father has trained them all. They were not from a culinary background, but my father, he personally trained each one of them. And it's his own recipes and his mother's recipes that we have in the restaurant.
So, can you tell us the name of your father?
Nadeem Sherwani.
Nadeem Sherwani. That's fantastic. So, next time all of us go to Aligarh Chef, I think we must try to see if we can meet Nadeem Sherwani along with Ramsha Sherwani as well. So, somebody who's the brain behind trying to get the recipes in place, training the chefs. I think that's a lot of work that's gone behind making this successful. So Ramsha, we also have lots of tourists that are going to come in, and I'm going to request all the viewers, particularly people that are coming in from outside, do hit up Aligarh Chef. And if you're interested in cuisine that is totally different, it's not like the Indian food, it's a Mughal food, then Aligarh Chef is where you need to be in. Um, Ramsha, why sprints? What was interesting for you in sprints?
For me, I think SpryntZ, the first thing that intrigued me was they were charging zero commission. And their marketing strategy was quite different from other delivery companies. So they were having podcasts, videos, and the thing that you can use their website, the app, according to you,
Right.
which was quite fascinating for me. So that's why I chose SpryntZ.
Excellent, excellent. In terms of your business itself, Ramsha, how do you? So since you said you're going to be opening, so there is obviously a focus on dine-in, right? You
Yes.
want to have more dine-in as opposed to delivery. What is your strategy there? Because Mughal food, if packed for delivery, would it retain aesthetic appeal?
I mean, there is a difference, of course, when you eat in the restaurant and when it's taken in a box packed. But for 2, 3 hours, it's completely fine.
Okay.
But if you take more time than that, then obviously it has some side effects. But the quality of the raw materials that we use, the oil, it's not freezed.
Right.
Yeah. So there you feel the difference in the quality of our restaurant and other places.
Right. And since it's run within the family, Ramsha, I mean, do you guys regularly eat from your own restaurant?
Yes. After being in this restaurant business, I would say that what my mother makes, I am least interested in that, and yeah. So I usually eat at my restaurant. I mean, many people would say that I'm bored of the place because you see people eating, you eat on a daily basis, but I would say no. It's so delicious, and of course, it's very light that it doesn't feel heavy, so I can eat daily.
You know, the more number of times you keep saying it is light, I want to come and eat there because
Definitely, you should.
feeling light is the mantra today. Nobody wants to feel heavy today. There's a lot of fitness things being thrown around, and people don't want to feel heavy. So that's, and I haven't heard a lot of people, especially owners of restaurants, saying that they eat in their own restaurant. So that was a trick question, but I'm so glad to hear because this also proves the authenticity, right? It also proves the fact that you are walking the talk. You like what you're doing and you're passionate
Yes.
about it. It does prove that. So apart from this, does your father do anything else, or is this his full time?
This is full time. This is his passion, and he truly follows what he believes in.
Okay. And what about contribution from your mother into this?
My mother, she's handling the restaurant that we have in Aligarh.
Okay.
Yes. She comes here, but because my sister is back there in the university, so she has to stay with her, and also so she can look into the business there.
Oh, fair enough. So it kind of, I think restaurants run in your blood,
Yeah.
so to speak. Excellent. So Ramsha, for our viewers, do you have anything special to say? Anything for them to know, or anything in future that you're going to offer? Or just an invite? What do you want to?
So I want to say all to you all that Aligarh Chef is a restaurant that was created out of passion, and what we make it at home, we serve at the restaurant. So come to Aligarh Chef to enjoy a home cooked meal that isn't heavy, that won't leave you in guilt after eating, and it's so delicious that it will make you lick your fingers.
Uh, when do you normally offer buffets? Does it happen on weekends or is it there every day?
Buffets we have only on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for lunch and dinner. And currently, we also have an offer on the lunch buffet. So it's for 55 per person,
Hmm.
and for dinner, it's 65,
Okay.
which is quite reasonably priced, I believe.
How many items would you have in the buffet, Ramsha?
I have around 30 items.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It all starts from salad to starters, barbecue, then the main course, desserts. We have a special drink, lassi, in our
Mhm.
buffet.
And if people were to, can the buffet be delivered? No,
No.
obviously not. Okay. And if someone would like to come in for a catering, is that also something that you offer?
Yes, yes, we do caterings. Lately, we have been getting a lot of catering orders, not only from Indians, from Emiratis, even Sri Lankans, and people who know Indian food and who truly enjoy it.
Right. Okay. And how do you cater? Do you also cater to the house or do you cater in a bigger hall kind of a setup?
So it
And do you
depends.
send people to?
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay.
And we have made different packages for that. It depends if the person wants to have an event at their home or anywhere, the farmhouse or even some hotels where they don't have in-house kitchens.
Hmm.
We do that too.
Okay. That is interesting. And for these kind of catering events, if there are any requests that viewers would like to have, whom and how should they connect?
So they can connect on the official number of Aligarh Chef, which is
Okay.
available on the website, on Instagram, anywhere. And just ring or send a WhatsApp, and a person is always available on that.
All right. So, in terms of the dishes, Ramsha, what are the any specific dishes or a few dishes that you just want to talk to our viewers about? Because a lot of them might not know what Mughal cuisine entails.
So apart from paya that I spoke very highly of, there is mutton korma, butter chicken, which is loved by all, everyone. Chicken tikka masala, which I would say is also a national dish of Britain. Um, we have mutton yakhni pulao, and
Okay.
it's very different from the traditional biryani. And we have mutton seekh kebab.
Mm-hmm.
We have um, there's a new introduced item that is Loki ka halwa.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Loki halwa.
Yes.
All right, that's nice. Not something that I've seen very often. Uh, how are your halwas? Is it the one that you scoop from your spoon and eat, or is it the one that is blocks?
No, it's not like blocks. You have to take it from the spoon
Okay.
into a bowl and then eat it. So at Aligarh Chef, we don't just serve food. We serve flavors of nostalgia. And our tagline is khate reh jaoge. So if you taste the food, of course, khate reh jayenge.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, sounds good. So viewers, pick up your phones, start ordering from Aligarh Chef through SpryntZ. Thanks very much.